Pleasure Gray Matter. I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. I'm here tonight with Barry 3D Carter and Zulf Ali.
The what I missed is Belle Province. Those Steamies, oh my God, their subs, the poutines they make over there. That's my main stop. The other one is Orange Julep. I love that off the carry. That's another main stop I like to make. And then during the summer, and that's the shame with COVID, if people don't get their act together, there is nothing but festivals. Now the festivals we have here don't match up to what you have there, and they're back to back, week to week. Like, so Monday to Sunday, it'll be for example the Just Puria, the Just for Laughs festival, you know, and then I'll go into and I might have the order all wrong, so don't hold it, don't quote me on it. But then there's the Jazz Festival, so they cut off like part of St. Catherine, outdoor vendors, outdoor stages, so the shows you can pay to see, and there's free shows you can go out there and see. So you go, you have Just for Laughs, and as soon as Just for Laughs is done Sunday at like midnight, they change all the signs overnight for Jazz Festival. And then once again, the stages are all there, from free shows, some paid shows. And for free shows, they don't bring down some no-name people. They always try to get big names for the free shows. So during one of the free outdoor concerts, I got to see James Brown.
No way.
Yeah, they right down in St. Catherine, they brought James Brown in, and he wasn't there for like 15 minutes. James Brown came and he did a 2-hour show.
James Brown, like the James Brown.
The Godfather. Yes. He came out there with a full band. It wasn't like he came on a little stage by himself. He came with a full kit caboodle, the whole, the horn section, everyone. James Brown, and he tore
having him on the street named after the patron saint of chlamydia, that makes sense to me.
Ow! But, I thought James Brown came and did a show there. Kiss, with the original lineup, came for the Jazz Fest, but they played in I keep saying No Man's Land, but La Ronde, right? So that's where the big amusement park there. They have a huge.
So get a free show. I get a free show.
Yeah, so they're paid by the city, right? So the city pays them X. They come out there, they do one shot, boom. So you have them. So, and when I say week after week, so it says Jazz Festival, the Just for Laughs Festival, International Music Festival, Film Festival, and then that goes into the Grand Prix weekend, So it's literally week after week. You can go downtown every night and not get bored, and you're going to see something, and then you're going to see a lot of the comedians just walking around town, or they're looking for spots. So there's only two main comedy clubs in Montreal, right? Which is the Comedy Nest or the Comedy Works.
Yeah.
So the comedians will just jump on stage for 5 minutes and just say, hey, give me a 5-minute spot just to warm up, and then go and do their stuff. So, and then in old Montreal, you have all like the little shops and history to see. And on top of it, they used to do it. I'm not sure if they do it anymore. They used to do their version of Oktoberfest.
Oh.
So, yeah. So the Oktoberfest would be this whole part sectioned off there. So it's not Oktoberfest. My apologies. It's the International Beer Festival. Okay. That's what it is.
Okay.
So it's beers from all over the world, along with any type of food. So you'd have German beer with.
So these are like food trucks, like.
No, not food trucks. They actually because food trucks are not legal in Montreal.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
So there's no food trucks. There's no hot dog stands. The hot dog street vendors. So it's no street meat.
Right.
So they actually had stands that you would go there, and how they had it set up in old Montreal. Like it had one part, it was like almost you had to cross a little bridge. You get to whenever, and you can order a beer, order whatever food is associated with that from that country, and then you can walk over and keep going that way.
Yeah. So like when you talk about the Jazz Festival, I've actually been into Montreal with the fam during the Jazz Festival. I didn't even know. And people walk, I'm like, where are these people going with their chairs? And then we just follow them. Like, hey, I just asked a couple of guys, like, oh, there's a free festival, there's a free concert. Come on down if you're interested. And I was like, yeah, cool. And we went in, and it was beautiful. Yeah, it was like really good. And they always have this small section for the kids, like later on, because sometimes these events like around 6, 7-ish. They have like a small area for kids where you can leave them and then enjoy the music and then come back and pick up your kids later on. Like they're like a daycare system. Yeah, it's amazing. And but you're right, it's a well thought out, organized festival. Even with the Canada Day, we actually started before COVID. we went to Canada Day, celebrate
Yes.
Canada Day in Montreal, and I think it's the festival, the jazz festival, was right after that.
Right.
We were there for like a week. We were there for like 3-4 days, and it was so well organized. We loved it, and then we decided that that's it. Canada Day is going to be in Montreal going forward because it was so organized, and the food is amazing, and Montreal food is phenomenal. So we did the jazz festival, and then we did the Mount Tremblay and the touristy thing, and then we came back. But you're absolutely right. It's a lot of fun. It's a very fun city.
Oh, it absolutely is. And then at one part I said during Grand Prix or F1 they close off, just off of St. Catherine they close off Crescent Street, and they bring all the F1 cars there, and they bring all these high-end cars there. You can just walk up and down, and they have like outdoor terrace. So all the bars make outdoor terrace, that you can, patios, I should say, and you can just.
Oh my God! I thought it was like outdoor terrace. I was like, what is that?
So I was speaking to French there, how they say it there, but yeah, outdoor patios. So you have, like for example, David Letterman. One of his favorite places in Montreal is Sir Winston's, right, which is a bar that he goes to. So if you ever watch his show, he'll always mention it when he was on the air. And he would go there anytime he was in Montreal, and and people always say, "Oh, you see him there," So there's a couple of main spots there, but with the food, the beer festival, all the festivals that go on, all the vendors that come in there and selling cool stuff, it's a lot of fun. Like during the summer, doesn't matter what time you go.
It's a happening city, bro. It's a happening city. Every corner you turn, there's something happening.
Well, that's it. When I moved here to Toronto, I was thinking, oh, they're gonna have festivals too because it's a bigger city. And now outside of TIFF, the jazz festival is like one little corner. It's a whole street, and it starts from middle of the day till like 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night when they have to kind of shut it down.
Festival in Toronto. It is just like 2 locations.
Yeah.
But the other thing is too, Montreal and Quebec in general, they celebrate the arts a lot more.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
Than anywhere else in Canada, really.
Yes.
Toronto is almost like Toronto's really just a movie town. Like they shoot movies here, but it's not really one of those things where let's go out and see a show or whatever else. Like, we had a fantastic crowd at our show, and there was no publicity done for it.
Really?
They didn't even put posters up for our show or anything like that. We had nothing, and it was all just word of mouth. And because Thomas and Barry grew up there and whatnot, a lot of people showed up to see them. But even still, it was more one of those they were there, and it was a bar show, but they were there to see comedy.
Yes.
It wasn't one of those, we came out for dinner and there happens to be a comedy show going on, so I guess we'll stick around for a couple of comics and see what happened. No, they were there for
hijack their dinner. Yeah. That's awesome, man.
They were there and supporting the arts.
Yeah, they're so huge with that.
It's just something you do.
Well,
whereas in Toronto, they're kind of like, meh. Yeah, well, we do it, but we have to do it like New York does it, or like LA does it, or like.
That's the shame.
They can't just sit there and say, "No, we want to do it this way. This is what we're going to do." Just for Laughs 42. Just for Laughs 42 is trying to take what worked in Montreal and make it nationwide.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to, because it's not Montreal.
No. I mean, when I say you don't have to be home, you can just walk down randomly and see stuff. And then what they do is for 1 week, or is it 2 weeks, it's the firework festival. So if you're in Old Montreal, you can see it. So the fireworks, or they close off one of the bridges. We have Champlain Bridge, we got Jacques Cartier Bridge. So they close off the Jacques Cartier Bridge between 9 to 12. No cars can drive over it. Right?
Which is different from no cars can drive over it because of the fucking construction.
Exactly.
Hashtag Gardner.
Oh no, the fucking Gardner is a dream compared to these two fucking bridges.
Oh God, yeah. One of the bridges we just got rid of and made a brand new bridge. So
oh,
yeah.
really?
Yeah.
Right.
The Champlain Bridge is a new bridge. It's higher and everything like that. But yeah,
The bridge on the River Kwai was fucking better than these bridges.
Nash Bridges is better than our bridges. Boom, boom. So they close off the Jacques Cartier Bridge.
Madison County.
Oh my God. And then they do the firework festival. So people walk up on the bridge and you see the fireworks because it happened once again at Laronde, right? And they do it from the ground. And when they go up, it's you can see it everywhere. So if you're on the bridge, you get a great view. If you're in Old Montreal right by the water, you get another fantastic view. And once again, all this is free. The city covers all this. So as much as I harp on the city for their damn construction that no one can get nowhere, you feel like you're in a little rat maze trying to find some cheese. When it comes to the summertime, it gives you a reason to go out. And you don't have to plan anything. All it is like, hey man, I'm going downtown. What? Oh, okay, meet me there. And you walk by.
Something's always there to do. Yeah.
Always something to do, especially with these festivals. And there's like 5 or 6 of them, if not even a bit more, pack to pack. And there's other things a part of that, And then there's a reggae festival that happens at the end of the jazz music festival. For they close off Old Montreal and they bring in all these reggae artists, performing live. And then Quebec City itself is now kind of picking up their pace. So there's a big balloon festival, like the hot air balloons. And then they have their own music festival. So a couple of years ago they brought in Wu-Tang Clan.
Carnival and
well, Carnival happens more in the winter, so I'm talking more in the summer. But yeah, Carnival.
I know, but I mean, like they've always done a good job with that. No matter what, right?
Yeah,
and
it's ice sculptures, everything. But the music festival that they brought in Wu-Tang Clan.
No way.
So first of all, we're in Montreal. We're like, okay, Wu-Tang Clan going to Quebec City. Wait a minute. You're going so deep French to bring in Wu-Tang Clan, and people and not just 1 or 2 members, the whole group. People lost their mind. They brought in like quality acts to perform. I believe Black Eyed Peas performed there. They brought in like not your typical French acts you would think. They're bringing in like big name or very popular acts. So it's an artist town.
Oh yeah,
but it is, and I mean, like you've always been able to see that because they have, like in Quebec, they have the star structure.
Yes,
I mean, like that's one thing too. Why I've always been so happy with the guys from Letterkenny, and Kim's Convenience, and whatnot, because they are Ontario and whatnot, but they actually, they're actually starting to get that recognition. Well, not starting, but they've had it for a while, but they're getting that recognition. And unfortunately, a lot of the recognition that they're getting is because they fucked off out of Ontario. Like Letterkenny's international now, and I think Kim's Convenience is as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are picking up on it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like when I spoiler alert, when we were watching the second season for Mandalorian, right? As soon as Paul came out, I was like, dude, you're fucking kidding me. Like, that's awesome. And then knowing that he helped design the costume, because he was like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. You got to do this. Because he's been a member of the 501st and he's done his own cosplays and everything else. And they were kind of like, holy fuck, you know what you're doing. Right. And I mean, like, it's just, and it's great to see that he got that recognition from Kim's Convenience. So I mean, like, it's always nice seeing that, but I mean, like, it's very rare that it happens.
Yeah.
From like English Canada. Yeah. And that's the struggle, because even though as Montreal, Quebec, I'm just going to go with Montreal. Montreal is a very artistic town. They have a tendency of bringing all their talent exterior in. They don't use the talent they have there. English speaking, I'm talking. French speaking, sure. You speak French in Montreal and you get into the industry, you're going to climb that ladder really quick. If you're English speaking, when there's not many productions that go there, even for Just for Laughs, they don't use a lot of the local comedians that are established local comedians. They're getting the big ones. Like, there was one, Joey Elias. right? Who's a
Joey Elias,
very well established comedian. He's gone in the States, come back, and when they're doing Just for Laughs, the headquarters is in Montreal.
Yeah.
And when they brought him, they go, "Oh yeah, we're putting you on for one of our galas, okay? Or we're gonna have you as the MC." His name brings people in. As soon as you say Joey's playing someplace, him and Sugar Sammy, people are running to see them. You know, I did a show where Sugar Sammy did an impromptu, jump on, so to speak. He said, "Oh, I'm doing a show tonight. It's a secret location. I'll let you know. I'll post it at 7:00. Right? Show's supposed to start at 9. Okay. I knew I was on the show, but I didn't know that Sugar Sammy was on that show. Right? So I got down to the venue to go and do my spot. My buddies are all the ones throwing the room. It's like a smaller room, and they're all like super happy. And I'm like, "What's with the lineup down the street?" They go, "Barry, didn't you check? Sugar Sammy's playing our room." I'm like, "Oh, so that's the post he mentioned earlier today?" Yeah. But he only mentioned it at 7:00 that he was going to play that room. There was a lineup down the street. That place was so packed, it was standing room only.
Yeah, but they love him there. They'll love Sammy.
But that's what I'm saying. You have Sugar Sammy, who does both languages, English and French. Right?
I think he speaks, and correct me if I'm wrong, doesn't he even speak Haitian a little bit?
Yes. But him and Joey Elias, and I get that you're bringing in your Seinfelds and your Cedric the Entertainer and all these other comedians aside, which is great, right? And it's a great time as a comedian to go and smooth with them and see them. But at the same time, you're not using any of the English ones. So as Dave was pointing out, you could be there and you can hit a certain level, but at one point you have to leave, which is a shame. And then when you make it big exterior, they pull you back in. Well,
that explains why we have comedians coming in from Montreal all the time to Ontario.
Yes,
like we've had Ali Hassan, we've had Faisal Butt, we had a couple of Reese Turner had come down here. Christopher, I can't remember his last name. They had come down here, but they moved back.
Oh, they moved back, but a lot of them, look. I mean, I can name off comedians that haven't had specials. So there's another comedian I like a lot, Robbie Hoffman. She's from Montreal, and she did a special here in Toronto on Crave TV, I think it was, or Amazon, one of the two. She's got her special, so she came from Montreal. She was here for a couple of years. I think she's bounced out to the States, but she filmed it here. Then there's the Solomons, the L Solomons, right? So it's Jess Solomon and Iman, and they're both from Montreal. They're both from Montreal for years. Came out this way, or no, they went straight to the States, but they
went US,
They went US, but a lot of people, and the same thing with actors too. Look at our Michael J. Fox and William Shatner. A lot of them started off their craft and then had to leave. And when they leave and make it big, right away, as Canadians, like, "Oh yeah, they're Canadian, right? You're Canadian, right?"
Ryan Reynolds, no, not Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, he's Vancouver.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds went two guys, a girl, and a pizza shop.
Pizza place. Yeah.
He had to leave for everyone to turn back and say, "Oh, Ryan Reynolds is Canadian." Yeah, we know that. How come you didn't support him when he was still Canadian?
Jim Carrey.
Yep.
Well, Jim Carrey, Mike Myers, the list goes on and on.
Yeah. Who got big here? I mean, really big here, stayed here, I mean, Celine Dion, as big as she got here, she did eventually go to the States, but she's one of the few that I would say got big here within Quebec, Canada, before she went to the States. But
she made more coin out there.
No, she made more coin, but her name was known already in Canada, right?
Canada,
before, and then she went to the States.
The national treasure.
Yeah,
the residency at Caesars didn't hurt. That's all.
Yeah, but we didn't know about Michael J. Fox until we heard about him in the States. We didn't hear about, as I said, William Shatner until he was in the States.
Bro, I didn't even know about Michael J. Fox until you brought it up right now. I didn't know that.
Yeah. As I said.
I mean, there's a ton of, actors and actresses that, you can go, down the list and people would be like, "Really?"
Yeah.
Is Dan
Aykroyd's from Kingston?
Yeah.
No way, Kingston.
Yeah. They're tangible. They're close by. Who was he? He was on 92.10 there. He's not Luke Perry. The other one.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he's Canadian too. He's got his own
he does
show
a TV
now.
show, Private Eyes.
He's got a new show too. He's a private detective or something.
Yeah, exactly. He's Canadian.
Jamie Presley?
Jason Priestley.
Jason Priestley, yeah. He's Canadian. So we have so much
Well, I
talent.
mean, like, even going back to whenever. I can't remember her name now for the life of me. The chick that played Lily Munster.
Oh, really? Oh, hold on.
Yvonne Carlo. She's Canadian as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Really?
Yeah, from Vancouver.
Oh, jeez. Another mind-blowing one was she did it, but she didn't do the show. So Star Trek Voyager, right? Before they had the actress who played Captain Janeway, it was cast to a Quebec actress from like Montreal. She never. Yeah, she got the role. She went out to the States. She shot like one episode, or I think it was like an episode and a bit. And then she's like, nope, I'm too homesick. I want to go back to Montreal. I don't want to do it. Because she saw it was going to be a long-term commitment.
Yeah.
Right? And so but once again, we were that close. That show went for 7 seasons for her own reasons. She was better off to come back. But she was selected to be Captain Janeway. And it was like, no, can't do it. I don't see it. I don't like it. No, too far from family. And I want to go back. And she just, got out the project. And I'm like, oh. Everyone has her reasons, right? But, grass always green on the
yeah,
other
but I
side.
mean, like, that's the thing. And especially doing something like that where it is very grinding.
Yeah.
Like doing series is like very, very
14-hour days.
Very, and it's like every day. Like that's why, not off topic, but kind of, Ruby Rose left Batwoman.
Yeah.
Because she wasn't expecting, that type of commitment to be the lead of something.
Right. It is a lot.
It is. It's.
I know we hope for it, but then when you get there, it's like, oh, this is not what I envisioned, right?
Yeah.
So I get with Ruby Rose, but it's just, but and
I want all the fame and everything without the hard work.
Yeah, but then look at it now, right? Because that same actress that was saying she was too far from home, Star Trek Discovery is filmed here in Toronto. That's so they bring all these American actors up this way, but yeah. So I know we're a little bit off topic, but yeah, we're normal derailed.
Actually, if you want to get technical, Star Trek Discovery is filmed in Mississauga.
Yeah.
It's that close.
Yes.
Beat me up.
Wasn't Black Mirror also shot in Mississauga?
If you want to get technical,
Uh-oh.
I'll be at the studio next week.
Yeah.
Same studios that shoots In the Dark is where they shoot the Star Trek one.
Oh my
Snap, Dave, you lucky fucker, bro.
I'd be hiding in the rafters.
All respect and love.
Oh, dude, I walked in there last week to do my wardrobe and had to do a COVID test.
Right.
And right at the front in like the glass cases, you've got like mannequins wearing the
outfits,
Federation uniforms and everything else, and it's just like
so close.
yeah.
Look for this stuff.
But again, like that's the thing. It's so essentially it is a Canadian production, but they're bringing everybody up from the States.
Mm.
Yeah.
And I mean, like, it is really depressing. And I mean, like, that's why, like, are you guys part of the CSA?
The Canadian Association? That one?
Yeah, CASC.
Yeah.
Are you guys members?
Oh, what's that? Sorry. Is it for
I think I am. I think I am.
If it's for acting, no, I'm not.
No, it's for comedy. It's for comedy.
Oh, for comedy.
Yeah.
Canadian Association of Stand-Up Comics.
Right. Because and once again, I know the person that runs that. I haven't officially joined, but I mean, I watched their social media.
I think I paid the membership. I could be wrong. I don't remember.
Yeah, but once again, I know.
I get the updates. So I guess I am.
She started that off in Montreal.
Sandra, right?
No, not Sandra. She's gonna kill me.
Oh, you know her well, do you?
The name escapes me, and it's gray matter. It's a little bit dense. Oh my gosh, she's living here in Toronto now. Yeah, she's living in Toronto now, but originally it was her and another girl from Montreal that started this whole. Because she used to be a model herself, and she doesn't do stand up, but she loves stand up, and she's really an advocate.
Yeah, I remember you told me about her. Yeah, I think you introduced me to her as well. You're like she's a big fan. She's like Lacey. She's like Lacey, right? You said
yes,
she's just like Lacey. She helps out the comedy, make sure the artists get paid and everything. Yeah, I remember you told me about that.
You've never introduced me to her, you bastard.
We've never been in the same room together. I will. As soon as I call her name, and I'm really going to feel bad.
Does she even exist? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
So back to let's rewind. So you were saying, Dave, Canadian Association for Stand-Up Comedy. What was the...
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, that's the thing, because, you know, it's not recognized as an art form in Canada.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, a lot of the government grants are not open to us.
No.
You know, so anything that we have to do, we're spending our own dime doing. You know, I mean, like, it sucks because you got you know, equity for stage productions. You have ACTRA for film productions, film, radio, and all that stuff. You know, but for doing stand-up, or, you know, you're just fucked. You know, you're left in the dark for it. And I mean, and it sucks because, you know, you look back at how many brilliant Canadian comics have left or had to, you know, change everything for the craft, and you know, and the government just kind of went there and went, "Oh, thanks for making us laugh. Fuck off."
Yeah.
You know, so I mean, like, it is something that, you know, if you're watching this and you enjoy stand-up comedy and you like us and whatnot, even if you don't like us, if you like other stand-up comics, if you really like stand-up comedy, whether it's us or not, we don't fucking care. Drop a line to your MPs and say, listen, this should be recognized as an art form. You have to be talented. You have to be highly skilled to be able to do this, to be able to stand up in front of people and do that day in, day out. It does take a talent. It does take, you know.
I think
drop a line to the MPs. Tell them, first of all, get on this fucking vaccine so we can go back out to comedy clubs and your fucking favorite comics. And secondly, fucking recognize it as an art form, you fucking cocksuckers. Not the cocksucker part, unless you actually know that they do suck cock. But other than that, go with the rest of it.
But it's true. And I'm not saying this because I'm a stand-up comedian, and I'm not trying to say this to discredit any other, you know, person that doing any type of art, you know, or live performance. I think stand-up comedians, bar none, are the most bravest people around, right? And we deal with the least, you know, and my thought about that is because as a musician, if you're a musician, you can sing, you're going to either write your own songs, arrange it, you're going to get up there, you already have your script, you're going to go good to go. Most of them do cover.
Or you do your own version of other people's songs.
Well, that's what I said. They do cover songs, right?
Cover songs,
so that's the only industry where you can get up and say, hey, I want to sing so-and-so song and do it. And people are like, yeah, that's great. Right? As an actor, you have someone that writes a script, tells you where to stand, tells you what to say, tells you what to wear.
Which camera to look at.
Yeah, which camera to look at, the whole 9 yards, right? When it comes to stand-up comedy, the comedian is responsible for booking his own shows, writing his own jokes, getting out there. And if that joke doesn't fly, well, you know, the true essence of a comedian, when you get, and that's funny because as comedians at our level, we're doing everything. We are the manager, the promoter, the writer, the chauffeur, the costume department. We are everything.
No, exactly.
Everything, right?
But
when you get a certain level, you can get comedians to write
comics. There are other comics that, you know, just steal jokes. Not that we're going to talk about Russell Peters at all.
I knew you were going there.
It's been proven.
Listen, you know what? Mark's a brother of mine. I respect Mark. I love
Oh yeah,
Mark.
100%. Absolutely hilarious comedy.
Back him on any play for that. And
it's been proven.
Yeah.
Ever since I've seen that, fuck Russell Peters. I don't fucking care.
Yeah, he took from him.
I don't
he took
fucking
from
care
Gina.
that he's a Brampton boy or anything like that, or he grew up in fuck that. I don't fucking care.
Yep, him and Carlos Mencina.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm going with the true effort of writing your joke, getting on stage, trying it, rewriting it, trying it, recording it, seeing how it is, seeing the crowd reaction, talking to your friends, talking to other comedians, looking at your stuff over and over again to fine tune it so you get on stage and you do it and it hits the way it's supposed to hit, how you imagine it, and people enjoy it. We don't have people dressing us. We don't have people driving us. Well, most comedians don't have cars, but they make it.
I was
there.
just gonna say,
yeah, right. But
Barry, pick me up.
Yeah, we carpool. That's a different thing. You have a car. I have a car. Dave's got a car. We carpool. But the thing is, we do it all beginning to end. If you can sing, well, come and sign this contract with this company, and we're having a publicist and a manager and this, and we're gonna tell you what to say, what to wear, what to do, get your interviews. You just have to sing. Okay.
Give you the drugs. You got to buy your own drugs in comedy, stand-up comedy.
Right? Comedy,
Sometimes people just leave them in your trunk.
Yeah.
That's the point.
So random. Hey, I left my backpack. It's not there. It's mine now.
What
Welcome to the
backpack?
Lions.
Who is this? Wrong number.
Special Butt. That's a horrible name to have. A worse name in jail. That's Fessel's joke, guys. That's Fessel's joke. It's not my joke. That's Fessel's opening joke. I just ruined his set.
Oh my gosh. Faisal's awesome, man.
Yeah, he's hilarious, bro.
Once again, from Montreal.
Yeah, he is. You know what's funny? I heard, and actually he's told me that once as well, but I heard that he has been doing the same set for the last 7 years. And
he makes a joke about it.
Yeah, and people have told him, hey, you need to polish it up. He's like, no, I'm going to do the same joke. And he won the Sirius XM radio show, right? The top comic. He won that with the same fucking set.
Yeah.
For 7 years, the same set. And it's amazing, man.
But super humble guy. But once again, from Montreal, right?
So chill.
But once again, you got to do everything on your own. And when, as a comedian, you're on stage, I know when I'm on stage, I'm more energetic and running around. For example, Dave is more sarcastic and deadpan, and it's you. Well, I say deadpan. I'm just saying.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, no, but okay. When you get on stage, you're not running around like I'm running around on stage.
First of all, how the fuck am I sarcastic?
This will be another one where we do an intervention with Dave and his humor.
Another episode about part 2 of Get to Know Dave.
But I'm just saying, there's different styles of it. But no matter the style that you do of comedy, it's you, a microphone, and the audience. That's it. You don't see a musician get up there and say, okay, the odd time is they'll be with the band and say, I'm going to do one a cappella. Yeah, you're going to do one. A comedian's going to get up there with a microphone, hope the cord don't fall out, and go for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 40 minutes, whatever the set is. That's them on stage and you. There's no special effects. There's no flashing lights. There's no green screen. It's you.
That's it.
Go.
Solo.
Go.
You're the winner of the night. You're the loser of the night. Your one joke hits, you're fucking high as a fucking kite.
Yeah.
One joke bombs, you're fucking slitting your own wrist at the stage.
Yeah. And that 5 minutes can be the longest 5 minutes when that first joke bombs. When it doesn't hit, you're like, oh, and it's about how you handle it. It's not like, oh shit, I missed the cue. Yo, Ben, let's do it one more time. Bum, 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 and start again. No, there's no redo in comedy. You can't screw up a punchline and say, hey, wait a minute, I forgot something. Hold up, let me do that joke again.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, it was the audience. They just didn't get the joke.
Who said that once? Dave, who said that?
Fucking a lot of everybody has said that.
I heard somebody who told me that. It's like, you know what? It's not me, it's the audience. I'm like, no, but it's you. It's you.
Look, I will never say the audience never got the joke, and I will never say that it's not. You guys, the joke is funny. Screw you. You guys not getting it. Or I won't turn on the audience. I will never. If I'm bombing, I'm gonna take that L all the way down. Look for the dead body when it's done. That's it. Let me do my time and get off stage. I'm not going to turn on on the audience, because that's going to make it harder for the guy coming after me. And
make it easy.
Oh, no, definitely. But I mean, like at that point in time too, like if I'm going to bomb, I'm going full fucking Hiroshima.
Yeah. And I think there's a lot of people that are afraid to bomb.
It will definitely be Fat Man and Little Boy.
No one wants to bomb, but I think everyone's afraid that when that moment happens, I mean, any true comedian will tell you, yeah, I bomb. When people say, Barry, you're funny, I'm like, yo, there's times I've bombed on stage.
It humbles you real quick. It humbles you so quick.
But it's how you handle it.
You can have a great set at Absolute Comedy Club, and the next day you do a small show.
Yeah.
10 people and bomb, and you're like, that fucking thing humbled me straight up. I thought I was the fucking king of the castle. I'm not even the fucking janitor.
What was that one show that I did for you up in Milton?
Yeah. The Milton
where show. I was feeling like shit. I felt like crap.
You crushed it. Oh my God, they
then
were
all
chanting.
Of a sudden, the fucking mic started cutting out, and I was like, if I'm going to lose my voice, I'm going to lose my fucking voice. And I put the mic down, and I just fucking went. Like that when I blew up about the government a couple of weeks ago, or a couple of episodes ago, pretty much that. But like
more.
But yeah, because I was in front of people.
I saw projectiles. I saw projectiles. Your voice was like all over, bro. They were chanting your fucking name when you got off the stage.
And my favorite part of the whole night was having the headliner of that show, Scott Falconbridge.
Yes.
Come up, look at me, and go, "That was awesome."
Yeah. Because Scott came to me and he's like, "Hey, I'm pretty much done here. Like, what do you want me to do?"
Didn't matter what anybody else in the crowd said. And I mean, like, I've been watching Scotty for years, so I mean, like, to have that sort of recognition, and I mean, like, that just made my whole year. I was like, I don't fucking care what happens after this. Like, honestly.
And see, but see that Scotty's one of those guys who are like from the initial gang, right? They give credit where credit is due, because they're being in our shoes. They're not arrogant about it. They're humble, man. And so I like working with those type of guys, right? Because when you did that, like he came and told you that Ron Jostle, another great comic, bro, that I worked with, he gives credit where credit is due, or he'll tell you, he's like, hey, I saw that joke that kind of didn't work. Did you try this word? Like, he's very helpful that way. And I love working with comics like that, man. They're like, because they're true to the game. John Paul, another, my love.
Oh, gosh.
Love JP. JP's the best.
Yeah.
Once again, Scott, he's from Montreal. I used to.
That's right. He is another Montreal comic.
When I started out comedy, he was already on the scene, right? And saw me perform a couple of times and gave me some good pointers and some good direction, constructive criticism, which I hold a lot. So I like that there's a good brotherhood within comedy, generally speaking. But as a comedian, we don't have much backing from the government. No, sorry, why did I say much? We have zero. There's no.
I was gonna say, you've seen some? Where?
We don't get the same respect, but it's more of an art form. When I say it's raw and it's honest, it's all us. It's either you fly or you fail. And what you do on a Thursday might not be what you do on a Friday, might not be what you do on a Saturday. You hope it's all going to be going up, but it's not. So this is why we should turn around and riot.
That's what. Oh, an hour long.
I'm way too tired to riot right now.
Bro, it's gonna be Ramadan for me. I'm out. Can you do it at 9 p.m.?
I can only riot after sundown. Sorry.
I'll take the second shift.
After sundown and after I eat, then I'll be ready to riot. But if I don't eat, it's not really going to be a riot. It's just going to be a massacre. That's all.
Or you can leave me there in the morning and say it's hunger strike.
Wow.
There you go. Pour gasoline all over yourself, you monk.
No, Jesus. I just remember the name. Joanne Burton.
Oh, Joanne? Okay. Is that the name?
Yeah, it's Joanne.
Really?
What
Yes.
name?
The name of the lady
yes.
who didn't introduce us.
Yes.
Montreal?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. See, the gray matter is slow, but it's getting there. Good thing this episode's still going.
Yeah, and it's going to be really confusing for people, especially if we decide to like cut this one into 3 fucking parts or whatever, because we've technically gone over 3 topics, and we could all like at this point in time we should just do intros and outros and just have you fucking edit it however you want. And see, now all the people at home that are watching this are sitting there going, "Oh fuck, is that how they do that?" I thought it was just strange that they were wearing the same clothes for like 3 different shows. Like, who fucking does that? Oh my God. But it's all just like the same night they do it. That's fucking incredible. Like right now, you know what? For Zulf Ali, Barry 3D Carter, I'm your host, Dave Sokolowski. There are a lot of good people out in this world. None of them are on TikTok, but if you can't find one, be one.
Woo! Yeah!